Hi, I'm Denice Rosanne and welcome back to my channel. And here on my YouTube channel, I teach you how to love and honor your divine self so that you can live with greater joy, purpose, and freedom. So today we're talking about what to do when your family doesn't support your dreams. I know this is a big one that comes up for a lot of people, and when I was first starting my spiritual self-development, entrepreneurial journey, this definitely came up for me as well. And so I want to give you a few tips about how you can understand why this is happening in your life and how you can cope with it. So oftentimes when we start to dream bigger for our lives, we start to want to go for more, we can get a lot of pushback from our friends and family. We can hear, oh, that's not realistic, that's not gonna happen. Do you really think you can do that? I don't think you can make money doing that. Like, you should just stay in what you're doing. And it can be really disheartening, right? You have this exciting new dream. You're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. I'm excited. I've seen people doing this. I think I can do it too. And then you have all these people telling you you can't do it. And it can be really hard. And I understand if you're in that place right now. Just understand, the first thing you need to understand is that it generally comes from a place of love from your friends and family, okay? So generally, they are scared for you to go for this new thing because they're afraid that you're going to get hurt, or they're afraid that you're going to be disappointed, or maybe that you're going to lose money or something like that, right? And so they're afraid for you, and so they want to protect you, and so they want to kind of keep you stuck where you are. Now, that doesn't mean that you should listen to them, but it does mean that you can understand why they might not be supporting your dreams, and you can thank them for their concern. They're just trying to look out for you. They're trying to express their love for you. They're trying to protect you. Especially parents are often trying to protect you because that's what they want to do, right? Parents want to protect their children. So you can say either, literally to them or just in your own head, but you can say, thank you for your concern. I'm going to pursue my dreams anyway, but I appreciate you looking out for me and I appreciate your love, right? So that changes it from a space of like, we don't want to be in this negative space where we're like, oh my gosh, you're not supporting me. I'm so angry at you. Instead, we want to be doing everything we do from a place of love and acceptance and positivity, right? Because if you're not enjoying the journey, you're not going to enjoy it when you get there. We all know that, right? So understanding where this concern is coming from is key in understanding why they're reacting the way that they are and how you can continue to love them even as they might not support your dream. The second thing is just you need to understand how the creation of any big dream or basically anything in the world happens. It comes from internal to external. So if we think of it as a continuum, right? On one hand is the internal dream, the internal idea. I want to live in Bali. I want to have an amazing relationship. And then here is the external, which is where it's actually manifested in physical form. Like you can see it. You have an amazing partner. You live in Bali, right? So internal, it's in our heads. External, it's in the world. Okay, so most people are not going to support you until you get to external. And that's because they can't believe it until they see it. Now, that's not everyone, okay? Some people, generally people who are like coaches or people who've up-leveled their own life, they'll support you in that dream. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But most people are used to forming their beliefs and forming their ideas about what's possible from what's around them. So if you say, for example, you want to create a six-figure business. If no one in your family has created a six-figure business and they don't know anyone who's created a six-figure business, they're not going to believe that's possible for you because they've never seen it. Now, I would think that if you're watching this video, you are thinking bigger. You're a bigger thinker, right? And so you see the six-figure business. And that is the most important thing. But you can't expect necessarily everyone else to be on your side until it actually comes into physical fruition. So let me give you a more concrete example. I'm a freelance graphic designer and virtual assistant, and I've been very successful at that. But when I quit my steady job that I had, like, I don't know, it's a year and a half ago, I did get a lot of pushback from family, you know, who were saying, why would you quit this stable job? You have stable income, you know? And of course it was all, I love them so much, and it was all just out of a place of love and concern for my safety, my well-being, and everything. But I knew, I had seen other successful virtual assistants and graphic designers. I knew that it was possible for me. I knew I could do it. I was already starting to pick up a little bit of traction. And so I had the vision in my head. So they didn't support me until it actually became a thing. So now I am fully employed and I make plenty of money and I am living a good life. And now they support me in it because they can see it, right? It came to fruition. But the important part is that I held the vision. So just understand the creation process, that while you're holding the vision, it's not necessarily going to be supported from external people, but they will support you once they actually see it come into process. And that's just kind of natural. Like, you'll hear so many celebrities who said, like, oh, you know, people thought I was crazy, or musicians. Like, you've probably heard that story of Jim Carrey, how before he became famous, he would sit on the top of Mulholland Drive in LA and he would visualize being successful, being famous, being paid millions of dollars. Everyone in his life thought he was completely nuts, right? But of course, it did eventually come into fruition because he held the dream. So just hold on to your dreams. Like, this is really important. Don't let any outside influences counter what you want for yourself and what you hold as your own dream. I truly do believe that our dreams are like notes from the universe about who we are meant to be, who we are meant to express here, and we get the chance to create that in our lives. So if you have a dream, it is literally like a gift, a soul gift from the universe, a sign of what you are meant to be doing here, and that is so precious, and 100% hold on to that. Don't let anyone take that away from you, okay? So some of the ways you can cope with this, if you're getting a lot of, pushback, or your family isn't supporting your dreams, the first thing is to surround yourself as much as you can with people who are doing what you want to do, or people who do believe in your dreams. So I'm not saying you need to cut people out of your life. I don't believe in that. We want our family to continue to be a positive, wonderful, loving part of our lives. Like, of course, if you have a good relationship with your family. If you don't, that's okay too. But as much as you can with your friends and with the people you interact with, surround yourself with people who are doing what you want to do. So when I started my own entrepreneurial journey, I joined like a million Facebook groups of female entrepreneurs, graphic designers, virtual assistants, people who are doing what I wanted to do. And just being around that energy allowed me to start to believe that this is possible, that this is a real thing, that actual human people are doing. It's not just some pipe dream, it's something that actual people are doing to make actual money, right? And there's many ways you can do this. Join Facebook groups, go to in-person networking events. I know that's like a little harder nowadays, but go to in-person events for whatever the thing you want to do. Go on dates. If you are looking for your dream partner, go on dates. Start believing that it's possible. Start surrounding yourself with people who do believe in the dream. And I promise you, there are tons of these people out there. There's tons of big dreamers out there. There's tons of people who are not afraid to question the status quo, who are not afraid to go beyond what other people are kind of afraid of doing. So I am also in like a mastermind group right now, and I love that as well. It's a wonderful way to connect with entrepreneurial, big-minded people. So find your people, find your tribe, follow people on Instagram who are doing what you want to do, and you just want to surround yourself with it so that you hold fast to your dream, that you don't give up, and so that you start believing that it really is possible. The other thing you need to ask yourself, this is just a question I want you to ask yourself if you're experiencing a lot of conflict between, your family and your dreams and your own dreams, is ask yourself this and really think about it. Whose life are you living? Whose life are you living? Their life or your life? Okay? So I don't mean this in a mean way, but at the end of the day, it's not anyone else's life, right? So if we want to go to medical school to make our parents happy, okay, who's the person who actually has to go to medical school? Who's the person who actually has to be a doctor day in, day out? You, okay? And that's great if that's what you want to do. But if it's not what you want to do, then you're going to be living day in, day out in this job that's not right for you. And so it's like not fair to base your entire life on what someone else wants for you, because they're not the ones who have to live it. You're the one who has to live it. So I would suggest that you should live from your own place of inspiration, from truth, from calling. But I say always trust your internal guidance. Always trust your own intuition above anything else. We want to trust what we feel and know and hold to be true inside, okay? I believe that nothing is more important than our own internal guidance, and we all have it. We may be a little out of practice of listening to it, but we all have internal guidance. And that's because no one knows you better than yourself. No one on earth, not even if you have the most perfect soulmate partner, they still are not you, okay? They are not you day in, day out. They don't have that internal intuition that is telling them what is right for you, okay? And so that is why if your family is not supporting your dreams, it's most important to listen to what you're saying, because you know what's best for you. The other thing you need to understand is when your family doesn't support your dreams is just lovingly look at the results that they have in their own lives. So again, going from this example of you want to build your own business. Has anyone in your family built their own successful business, okay? And in most cases, if they're giving you a lot of pushback, they probably haven't, right? So I want you to think about, well, if they've gotten the results that they have by thinking the way that they have, do I want those same results? And if you don't want those same results, then you have to think in a different way. So we look to the entrepreneurs, we look to the people who are doing what we want to do, and how are they thinking? What are they saying? And they're probably not saying the same things that your family is saying, okay? That doesn't mean your family's bad, doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means that they're not the people you should be listening to on this specific thing, okay? Only listen to people who have manifested or have created what you actually want to create. If they haven't created what you want to create, then I would suggest, we love them, we support them, we have them in our lives, but we don't necessarily listen to their advice on this specific thing, because they just haven't done it, right? I'm not going to listen to someone who's never cut hair on how to cut my hair, right? I wouldn't do that, because they don't know what they're doing. And in the same way, I'm not going to listen to someone who's never built a business on how to build a successful business, because they don't know. So it's just like understanding where you're getting your information from and paying attention to the results that people have gotten in their own lives and basing, am I going to take this piece of advice or not? Have they gotten the results that I want? And the last thing I want you to know when your family doesn't support your dreams is that you can still have, as I said in the beginning, you can still have a close and loving relationship with your family even if they don't support your dreams. So I'm working with one specific coach right now, and he says it's 12 years later, he's built this $1 million business, and it's just now that his father is finally almost starting to believe that it's possible what he does, right? And that's just because, he wasn't raised in the same culture and the same paradigm and understanding the possibilities of what is actually possible to create, okay? But he still has a wonderful, loving relationship with his dad. And in the same way, I still have a wonderful, loving relationship with my family, even if they don't 100% understand everything that I'm doing in my business or everything that I'm talking about on my YouTube channel, that's fine. We still love each other. We're still family. We still get together for holidays and love each other and watch Gilmore Girls together. And that's me and my sister's thing. But we still enjoy each other's company, right? And I have my entrepreneurial friends. I have my mastermind group. I have my my YouTube channel where I can express these things that I truly believe to be true and be with other like-minded people, right? And that's just not what I go to my family for. So just kind of understanding that maybe this specific dream is not necessarily something you really talk about a lot with your family. Maybe it's not something you really ask for advice from them on, but you still enjoy a wonderful relationship with them on other levels, and that is perfectly okay. And I think sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary if we're really going for something that's very different than what our family is used to. For a little while, they just might not understand it. They might not understand it until it's in the external, and even then they still might not understand it. and just understand that that's okay. Like, you can still love them, you can still have a great relationship, even if they don't fully support exactly what your specific dreams are. Because at the end of the day, it's not important what everyone else in the world says about your dreams. It's only important what you know to be true, what you hold to be true, and what you are going after, what you feel called to do. And I would say follow that above anything else. Follow that above YouTube videos, follow that above family, follow that above friends. What do you know to be true? What do you want to create in this world with this one beautiful life that you have? Okay, so those are my tips on what to do if your family doesn't support your dreams. And just know that I am supporting you. Whatever dream you have, I truly believe that our potential is unlimited and there's so much we can create here. So if you need some extra support, come back to this YouTube channel. I'll be making more encouraging videos, but just know that it is possible, that there are people out there who will support you, and it's not a sign that you should give up. It's a sign that you should push forward and go even more full throttle towards your dreams, create the lives you want. We need so many more happy, fulfilled people on this planet. We really, really do. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hey, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. And until my next video, I'm sending you so much love and light, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.